to demo polymorphism, we need to look closely at our code. And by looking here, we'll see that for any question that we have, no matter what type it is, we call the display function, then we get the user response, and then we check that answer. Maybe we can refactor that out into a separate function. So I will refactor that, extract it to a method. We'll leave it private or public, doesn't matter. It's not going to return anything. It will be called present question. Now, we don't really want to pass in the scanner as a parameter. We're just going to instantiate that or create that inside the function. So I'll take that off. And now here it realizes the type of question passed to it is choice question, but that's not really what we want. I mean, I want to be able to pass in a choice question, a regular question, a true or false question. So I'm just going to change that type here to question. That way we can utilize the principle of substitution and we can pass in whatever type of question we have and it will all still function the same way. And refactor. Okay, so here's our function. All we need to do now is to fix that scanner, and this will be new scanner of, and we'll pass the system input to it. And this function should work the same way now. I'm just gonna refactor that to a different name or rename, and I will just call it question. Perfect. And let's see how that will work. Let me copy this here and remove those as well. And we'll pass in question one. So you notice here that our function, although it expects question type, it was able to accept choice question type because any choice question is a question. One last thing before I wrap this video up. I know that I've said that you cannot access any of the private properties of your parent class, but I'll show you two ways of doing it. I actually showed you one already, that is the super.display. So let's say I actually do want to call the super.display and I want to implement this function myself. So one thing would be that I do system out and I will call this dot get text using the proper public interface that the other class is exposing. Or if we go to my question class and we change these to protected instead of private, protected is basically a private property that can be accessed from the child or the children classes. So now if I go here, I actually can just call this dot text directly.